Let's take a look at South Chatham Tackle's mag brake spool holder. This was designed to generate a lot of drag, a lot of tension for putting braided line and such on reels and packing it good and tight. This particular unit could be used with our reel winders, or could be used with electric reels like Linger Pitmans or Dawas. It's good for all electric reels essentially. So first thing you want to do once you've got it is bolt it down to a workbench. Find an area, bolt it down. We've got two holes here you want to bolt it down with. Lag bolts or carriage bolts, through bolts, whatever. Just secure it good, because you're going to be generating a lot of tension here and you're going to want it to be firmly mounted. One little thing to remember too, under here we've got a couple of pads on this left side here, and you want to make sure they're there, because when you tighten down you want this to stay the same height as that. That allows you to slide the arm on and off easily. So be aware of that. You might need to shim that little corner up a little bit when you bolt it down, but you'll see what I mean once you get it. You have self-aligning bearings on the back here. I'll show you those in a second. They'll move around and they'll get situated. The more you use it, they'll get broken in and get settled, and everything will get a lot smoother as it goes along. Some of the pulley here, this pulley, have little set screws on them, and they need to be checked occasionally and make sure they are tight, because everything's going to over time loosen, and you need to take care of that. You got a set screw there and set screws down here, so just keep an eye on that. The belt is adjustable. However, you don't want to tighten it real tight. There's just no need to have this banjo string tight. Just moderate amount of tension. Just make sure it doesn't fall off, but not real tight. So let's talk about the spool here. You loosen this little thumb screw here, and this arm slides off. So you take that off. That's the self-aligning bearing I was talking about. You don't need to tighten those set screws on this side. This side I've got it already tightened down, but you want this just to slide on and off, so you don't need to worry about loosening or tightening those little set screws. So take the Allen wrench that we give you and loosen this cone and slide it off, and then take the spool off. Not all spools are alike. They might come with one hole, two holes, whatever, but on this engagement hub we have two different positions for the pin, and the pin is movable, so all you have to do is loosen this set screw, move it over, screw that back out, move it over to here if you want. You'll see your spool will dictate where this goes. So it's pretty simple, but make sure you always tighten that set screw on the flat. So tighten it back down, and you may need to drill a hole. You just take your cordless drill, slide it on. You'll take a felt tip pen, make a little mark, and just pop a big hole there. And you just want to engage this spool with the hub. So you just put that on. Let's go on that one. And just bring it up nice and tight. And slide that on. Push it over, get it good and tight. Make sure you're on the flat. Tighten it back down. Take your arm. You'll notice there, one other thing. You'll notice there's a cap screw here, and I'll show you. That's a little tool you can use later on. I'll show you. So I put that in, tighten that back down. So to adjust the brake, you simply take the Allen wrench. You have a series of graduation marks here, Allen screw here and set screw here, but I generally only use one. Just loosen that, move it to the desired position, test it, you'll feel it. And when you're done and you're spooled everything up, you're done, you're ready to quit, move it back to the 0 position. That's the one thing you have to be conscious of. You've got to put it back in the 0 position. They don't like to stay engaged for weeks at a time. There are magnets in there, and you need to make sure that by putting it in the neutral position, you're not keeping them working against each other. So just remember that. That's about the only thing you really need to be conscious of. And tighten it, set screw back down. And that little screw over there, as I was telling you, if you want to remove your line, simply take a cordless drill and put the drill on the head of that screw, tighten it down, and then you can use it to strip your line off. So remember that, it's a neat little trick. And that's about it.